English language skills. There are 4 basic skills required to learn a language. They are listening skills, speaking skills, reading skills, and writing skills. A student needs to look at all the 4 skills in order to learn a language. In listening skills, there has to be a lot of focus on listening to the pronunciation, intonation, the way the message is being conveyed, or in case the listener is looking at a video, the listener can also observe the body language and gestures of the speaker. But in case it is an audio, that means that now the listener would not be able to look at the body language or any types of gesture. So he has to form an opinion about the speaker by just listening. So the listening becomes more focused in that sense if it is an audio. Usually for listening skills, audio aids are used and not visual aids. But in case the visual aid is used, then it becomes more comfortable for the listener to assess the different features of listening skills and also to note more information about the speaker. It is a practice to use audio skills in the language, audio tapes in the language labs in order to listen to different forms of conversation and then to assess the ability of the student, how he has developed the listening skill. By looking at different audio tapes and listening to the conversations, the student would be able to speak, listen as a product of whatever is being said in the conversation. He would be able to then speak it out or form an opinion about the speaker. The listening skills is actually a product of speaking. Somebody is speaking and the learner is listening. So it is a product of the speaking skill. So whatever the speaker is conveying, the listener has to take the message from the speaker. The message that is being conveyed by the speaker has to be then transmitted through the listener. So the listener has to focus on those things which are important in the message. How is a listener going to decide which are the important things? We are going to look at that and find out what would be the important features to be focused on by the listener when he is listening to an audio tape or somebody speaking live, in order to have a good understanding and then produce the text as being a listener. As it is said, a good listener would be able to produce the text as it is used by the speaker. The requirement of the exam could differ. Sometimes the examiner would want the listener to produce exactly what he has listened to. In other cases, the examiner may want the listener to collect the information from the speaker and then express it in his own words. In that case, the understanding of the listener has to be highly enhanced. This training is done when there are lots of practice exercises done by the teacher with the students in order to enable them to listen carefully and focus on the important features in order to produce, after listening to a conversation, and then to explain whatever has been asked by the examiner, to reflect on the listening skills, and the examiner is able to assess the listening skills depending on the responses of the listener in order to answer the questions and to make an understanding very clear to the examiner that he has listened carefully and can make out the meaning of the message that has been conveyed by the speaker. Also, sometimes the listener would like to listen to the tape again and again. It depends on the examiner. Sometimes the examiner allows the listener to listen to the tape twice. On his request, another time the audio can be played, but maybe it would not be allowed to listen to the tape for more than 3 times. In special cases, it may be allowed, but while the teachers are practicing listening activities in the class, they may be flexible and let the students listen to the tapes for more than 3 times so that the students have a good understanding of it.